What is going on, guys? Currently like 9:33 p.m. CST. Had a super long 16-hour day. Met with a couple different customers throughout today, and I basically wanted to touch base and kind of add some like valuable points from like some of our customer visits. We're gonna start doing like YouTube videos on like some of our customer visits and like what valuable thing that we added to that particular customer visit. I think it'll be, super valuable to our customers and the customers that we're not visiting, or maybe they're not a customer yet, or maybe they're thinking about becoming a customer. So, but I think this is valuable for like any manufacturing company or even other automation companies in like areas where we find things valuable. And realistically, a lot of the things are simple. And for today's meeting, one of the biggest things was combining technologies together. So, there's a lot of different technologies out there. I'm just gonna name a couple, right? You have like AMRs, you have bin picking. Those are a couple of the big ones that we promote on like our material handling side of our company. And it's because they're newer technologies that weren't as reliable a few years ago. So therefore you didn't have really capability of deploying them. They're much more reliable now. You have more AI that's built into them, where you can essentially have your robot's path be commanded by like the bin picking system. And so there's different new technologies like that if you can combine these different technologies for automation projects that you weren't able to get ROI for at one point in time. Now, I'm talking about like 3 years ago. Like, these are not even an option. The technology wasn't there, or cost was too high, or all these different metrics, right? And then it just also like the combining of technologies. So like one of the things that was super cool about today's meeting is they've already had 3 different automation companies come in there, and basically all 3 of the automation companies, what they have going on, they said can't do nothing about this. Like, they basically just kind of laughed at their operation, and it's because they have a ton of different part SKUs, and really that's why, right? They have so many different part SKUs, and don't get me wrong, like, there are complexities to it, but then you break down the different processes of their current process, and it can be broke down into smaller chunks where maybe you can't automate the whole entire process, but you can also automate pieces of it. So I guess that's another valuable tip, other than just combining technologies. Break down the different processes to make maybe 1 or 2 of the processes be an automated process. Like for example, with this one, there was, let's say, for some pick and pack could be automated. There was palletizing that could be automated, and what else? The case erecting could be automated. A couple operations that are really questionable whether the automation can be done or not. But regardless, there's potential opportunities there for automation. There's one last tip or thing I wanted to add to this. Oh, and yeah, so when we came into this, meeting today or whatever, we started just brainstorming stuff, right? With like on-site right then and there with the customer, and coming up with some potential concepts, and we did just that, right? We came up with some concepts that are very feasible, and I think they're 101% going to make sense if they move forward with those automation processes, because there's something that makes sense, right? Yeah, so those are the things to keep in mind, right? Like, and we're going to keep having more conversations on like when to automate, like, basically just different tips and stuff like that. I'll do more content like this. This will probably go out on YouTube as well.